Hey, we back with another banger video. But now this one right here is a good one, man. And before I even start the video, I just want to say if you got mothers, sisters, daughters, or whatever, man, tell them in Houston, Texas, man, y'all gotta be careful. Not just Houston and other places as well, but it's more prevalent in Houston right now. You feel what I'm saying? But we have serious cases of, human trafficking going on, in Houston. And I got a lot of clips, mostly the females. The crazy thing about it, males are being trafficked too, by the way. I'm going to do a video on that. But this one simply pointing out, some of the females who had encounters. The crazy thing about it, when I'm literally doing research and trying to figure out, find videos to put in this video, it's so many. I could do probably a 10 video series on this. And that shows you how prevalent it is out here. But y'all check out this first clip.
So I wanted to come on here to talk about something that happened to me yesterday in my own apartments. I have seen multiple videos all over social media in regards to this matter. And just to give you a little backstory, if you have not seen what's been going on, but here in Houston, of course, we are known to be like #1 in trafficking. And with that being said, there have been a lot of incidents where items are being left on vehicles, your door handles, pretty much with the intent for you to come in contact with it. So pretty much these items are being laced with drugs or not. And what happens is when you come in contact with it, it pretty much causes you to pass out, or you can pass out. And obviously, Lord knows what happens next. What ended up happening was I was on the phone with my mom as I'm walking out to my car, which always be on the phone, ladies, when you're walking to your vehicle, no matter where you're at. But I was on the phone with my mom, and I sit in my car and I saw a rose on my windshield, and I was gonna grab it, and then I immediately remembered, okay, like, remember all those videos I seen on social media, like, do not touch it. I live in Houston, Texas, guys. We are #1 in sex trafficking, and I know females are being targeted. At that, I live in a very good neighborhood, so I thought, I live in River Oaks, so this happened in my apartment garage. And I was on the phone with my mom when this was going on. She's like, just leave, make sure no one's following you. So I just hit like the windshield wiper blade switch real quick and like just saw it fly off. But as I'm driving out, I noticed one more car with the same rose, and I was just like, okay, like, I don't want that person to touch it. I don't know if it actually has drugs or not, so let me do something about it. So I did call the cops just because I didn't want the rose to be actually laced with something and for the other vehicle to actually come in contact with it. The cops did come out. I did wait for them, and unfortunately the car that had the other rose was long gone before they could actually like seize it or send it off to testing. I went to my leasing office today just to let them know, for females mainly, to be aware of their surroundings. I'll be posting the photos after this just so you can see how it looked, because everybody was telling me like, yo, like the rose looks very sus, like it looked dried out, it looked dead, it was flattened too. I'm like, that's not normal. Like, it's already cool here. A flower shouldn't die like that. And I'm in a garage, like there's no sun directly hitting it. It just looked completely weird. So please be aware of your surroundings. Again, like I said, it happened to me in River Oaks. It could happen anywhere in Houston.
Y'all seen that? So if y'all see anything like that on your windshield or whatnot, a rose, whatnot, hey, don't touch it. Do not touch it. Go get a stick or something and get it off your car. Easy. That is nuts. But y'all check this other clip out.
Okay, so y'all, I don't know if this only happens to me, but does anybody ever notice whenever you're coming from a location, or like, I just came back from the bus station, right? Just something like that. Or if you're on a plane, coming back from a plane trip, coming back from a bus station, anywhere in Houston, right? Does anybody ever notice that, like, it'll be random men, like, there just asking you, like, oh, taxi, taxi. And you'll be like, taxi? Who still uses taxis? But when you go outside, there's no taxis anywhere to be found. Let me tell y'all this story time. So this literally happened today. And if y'all know me, traffickers do not scare me. They piss me off. I'd be ready to fight them. Literally, I do not care. The whole idea of just taking advantage of vulnerable women pisses me off. Like, get on, you horny ass. Okay, so I was at the bus station, right? I'm coming back from the bus station. I'm happy as hell. I'm like, yeah, I'm back in the H-Town, right? this short Mexican guy comes up to me and he was like, he gonna grab my arm, y'all. He grabbed my arm. He's like, "Oh, some taxi? Do you need taxi?" And I was like, "No, I don't need taxi. Let go of me right now. You can let go of me." And he was like, "You don't need taxi to take you home." And I was like, "No, I don't need a taxi. You can let me go though. You can let me go." I walk up to the front desk telling him to keep an eye on him. And they said that they have been keeping an eye on him for a few days now, y'all. And they said that he comes every single day asking women for taxis. Why is he not in jail yet? Why is he not arrested up for questioning? What? And then another thing that I noticed is that he didn't ask no men, y'all. He asked like young teenage girls who looks like me or other women for a taxi. And then you gonna grab my arm. I should beat the out of you. That made me so mad. Like, I'm not scared. I'm not gonna be like, "Oh my God, let me go." Stay safe, stay pretty, bring some ace. These traffickers are crazy, y'all. But bitch,
Yeah, see, y'all got to be careful out here, man. That's completely sad, bro. Like, imagine something like that happened to your sister, your daughter. Just imagine that. You know what I'm saying? It's terrible, man. Like, it's terrible, man. But check the rest of these clips out.
If you are from the Calallen, Corpus Christi area, this video is for you, because no town is too big or too small to get trafficked in. I think I was almost trafficked today and I completely missed all the signs, and I thank God that I did, because I don't know where I would be if I didn't. I went to go have lunch at the CC's in Calallen by myself. As I'm walking up, there's this man who is well dressed, he's not homeless, sitting outside CC's on the window seal, and he's smoking a cigarette. He says to me, "Sorry about the smoke." I said, "No problem at all." So then he tries to start conversation with me. I laugh at him and I walk in, because I don't know you, I'm not gonna conversate with you. In the CC's for maybe 20 minutes, walk back outside to my car, get in, I drive away. Because had I not, probably wouldn't have gone well for me. As I'm driving down the highway, I notice that my rear view mirror is pushed back all the way. First thing that pops in my mind, somebody hit my car. I pull over, check my car, nothing's wrong with it, put the mirror back, and I'm like, bro, that's weird. Shake it off, go on about my day. As I'm walking out of an office, I'm looking directly at the nose of my car, and I notice that something stuck to the headlight on the driver's side. What the fuck is that? Some type of sticker. I had to peel it off my car. It was completely stuck on the headlight. I looked at it. It didn't look familiar from my shop. I texted it to my boss and I was like, "Hey, is this from the shop?" He said no. And in that moment, I realized it was that man that was sitting outside of the CC's Pizza. And if you're from the area, you know that that's a shopping center. There's a Ross, Melrose, Bell's, Didi's, Hibbett's, Five Below. It's a full shopping center where a lot of young people who are alone, go shopping, who are going on with their everyday lives and not noticing things that are going on around them. That's what happened to me. Because had I noticed my mirror was messed up, I probably would have got off and fixed it. I walked all the way around my car. In that moment, one wrong mistake is life or death. And I'm normally a rock hard bitch. I'm a solid bitch. I don't get scared of nothing. That right there scared me enough to where I will not be going nowhere by myself. I will not be going to eat by myself. I will not be going shopping by myself. I will not be going to the fucking grocery store by myself. We live in a world where you cannot even go a daily life task without having to look over your shoulder, without having to peep the guy across the aisle following you. So I thank God that he saved me from a situation that I had no idea I was even in. Just bringing awareness to the girls and even to the men. It happens to males too. So make sure that you are safe. Make sure that you are aware of your surroundings. Make sure you know what's going on. It's a horrible world that we live in.
They're going to go to federal prison. Federal prison. And not go to jail. Go to federal prison.
In East Texas, man is facing 15 years to life in federal prison after a jury found him guilty of sex trafficking multiple young women across America. Good evening. I'm Brennan Gurley. Corey Johnson from Jefferson was found guilty of all counts after a 6-day trial in Tyler. He was convicted of the following: 2 counts of sex trafficking, conspiracy to commit sex trafficking, obstruction of a sex trafficking investigation, 3 counts of interstate transportation for purposes of prostitution, and conspiracy to violate the Travel Act. The women who helped him, Jessica Smith and Rachel Walker, have already pleaded guilty to related charges. During sentencing, Johnson could get anywhere from 15 years to life in federal prison for his convictions. He will also have to pay restitution.
for the literal 2 people that asked me for this story time, this is how my mom and I almost got sex trafficked in San Antonio, Texas. So my boyfriend at the time was graduating Air Force BMT, or basic graduation, and this is in San Antonio, Texas, and the Air Force only has one location for everyone to go through basic. So as you can imagine, graduations are huge, they're crowded, and this is also the time that Hurricane Harvey was coming in. So everyone from the coast was trying to come inland and seek shelter there. So the only hotel that still had rooms open was Red Roof Inn in San Antonio, Texas. So we go, it's my mom and I, and then his parents. We all carpooled together. We get to the hotel, they check in, and then of course my mom and I get our own room, and we go into the room, and the maintenance guy follows us into the room to like make sure, you know, that we're satisfied with it. And actually we weren't. We actually had to switch rooms 2 times because the first room had mold. The first room had mold in the shower, and the second one had literal cockroaches in the fridge. So, you know, we already know that it's Red Roof Inn, you know, there's better hotels out there. So we understood that. It was whatever. It was only a couple days. We were just gonna make it through. Now, once we finally settled into, this is the 3rd room. Once we settled into the room, the maintenance guy, and he was Hispanic. English was not his first language. He follows us in, and he would not leave. He kept like almost peeking around us to look to see if we had anything, like any weapons in our luggage bag. And it finally got to the point where my mom literally had to walk into the door and shut the door in his face because he was just acting so weird. We thought, okay, that's kind of weird. Well, that night, we go to bed. This is the first night that we're there. So, my boyfriend of the time, his graduation was going to be the next day. And so we go to bed at a decent time. I don't know what time we went to bed. So we go to bed, and I happened to wake up like 30 minutes later say, hey mom, did you put the chain on the door? You know, like the little like dinky chains they have at hotel rooms. I asked her if she had locked it, and she said no, you know, it'll be fine. And for whatever reason, I just knew that it needed to be locked. So I got up and I went to go lock it. And I'm running out of time. Okay, part 2, sorry. Okay, so this is part 2 of how my mom and I almost got sex trafficked in San Antonio, Texas. My last part ended with I had just had a feeling that the chain needed to be on the door after asking my mom, and she had said no, she didn't lock it. So I got up and locked it. And that night, at 12 o'clock a.m., so midnight, my mom woke up to the same maintenance guy. We later found out he had used his master key to gain entrance into our hotel or motel door, and he was actively trying to get the chain off like the hook. I can't remember if he was sawing it because I didn't actually see this part, or he was just trying to, like, you know, wiggle it. So my mom, of course, you know, thinking that she's dreaming, she says hello, and he answers back, and of course this time my mom is freaking out, like screaming hysterically. And so I wake up, and we go to the window, and we see him and another Hispanic man bolting across the parking lot back to the main entrance of the motel. And so at this point we're, you know, hysterical. We're shaking so bad my mom can't even like dial to get to the lobby to speak to a manager. She can't call the police because like we're both freaking out. And so that next morning we tried to go into the lobby, and the manager refused to talk to us. He shut his door on us because you could see his office right behind the front desk. So we called the police, as one would do. And it turns out that this was a big sex trafficking scheme. They investigated it. They told us we had given them very valuable information. But to this day, like, my mom still has nightmares about that night. She can see that guy peering through her door trying to get in. And it all kind of makes sense now, because that man was looking to see if there were any males that were staying with us, if it was just us 2 girls, and if we had anything that we could protect ourselves with. And we'll never go anywhere without any kind of protection now, if you know what I mean. So he was just trying to see, you know, who we were, what we had, and so it was a failed attempt, thank God. But it's so scary to think of what would have happened if, you know, he had gotten like, it's so scary. It's crazy that it happened to us, and to this day my mom, you know, still tells everyone. And of course, again, Hurricane Harvey was coming in, so people were coming in, and my mom just went all out. She was staying in that lobby. She said, "You do not want to stay here. I'll tell you what happened." And they said, "Thank you so much," because who knows who it could have happened to before that. So be safe.
But yeah, y'all tell me what y'all think about the video, man. If y'all want to see more of videos like this, y'all hit me in the comments, man. Y'all send me ideas. You know, I work for y'all at the end of the day. So y'all send me ideas, you know what I'm saying, in the comments of topics y'all want me to cover, and I got y'all, you feel what I'm saying? And yeah, just tell me what y'all think, and what y'all want me to do going forward, you feel me? But yeah, thank you guys for watching the video. See you guys next video. Always to remember, be safe out here, kings and queens. Let's get it.